Here now is Scott Shellady, the Cow Guy Group at AG Optimus. Great to see you, Scott. What do you make of this? The timing, first of all, coming right after the colonial hack that Russia might have had something to do with. This looks like rewarding bad behavior, no?
Oh, well, it is, but they don't care because as long as it's got something to do with Donald Trump, they're going to have to reverse it. So we saw what happened with the Keystone Pipeline and then in the knock-on effect with Colonial and now with what you've got going on up in Michigan. This fits right in the narrative of how we're going to get to the Green New Deal. I call it the Green New Dark Side, but this is up right out of the playbook. I'm not surprised at all, and I'd actually be more surprised if they didn't undo it.
Really? But I mean, of all times, we still don't have gas flows back in operation on Colonial at full speed, and yet they come out now to announce that they're giving Russia a big break.
David, there's no ramifications for anything in this administration. It's like romper room. And I don't mean to be doing these people a disservice about their intelligence, but who's in charge? Where's the leadership coming from? I mean, we're arguing whether daycare and babysitters are infrastructure. What about our energy supply? What about our air traffic control? What about all the mission critical elements that keep us, our capitalism going and keep us safe? That should be number one.
And Scott, what about jobs? What about jobs in the carbon industry? What about people going to the gas station, not having enough money to fill their tank? What about the long lines that may continue in various forms in the rest of the country? I mean, this is affecting consumers. It's affecting workers. We care more, this administration cares more about foreign producers of carbon energy than they do about our own.
They care more about the people flooding over the border than they do us. They don't have to take COVID tests. It doesn't matter. They get shipped in anywhere in the country they want to go. So this is the administration of just don't look here, everything's all right. I mean, where in the world would you think that our government would be competing with small businesses for workers, letting them sit at home and couch surf for 40 or 50 grand a year, but at the same time we've got 8.1 million open jobs.
Right.
I mean, it just defies logic. 14 months ago, David, we were on top of the world. Boy, oh boy, how quickly that can all be defeated.
Yeah, on top of the world and energy independent. I mean, that was a good part of it, the reason why we were on top of the world. And isn't it ironic that Donald Trump was the one that most members of this administration, Biden administration, were accusing of having deals and some cozy relationship with Russia when he was much tougher on Russia than this administration has been or looks to be in the future. By the way, you are a Renaissance man. For people who wouldn't know it, you can check it out by yourself and look at the piece that you wrote called "The World is Becoming a Dangerous Place." Scott Shellady wrote that piece about leadership and the role of leadership and how you may not have liked Donald Trump, his character and the way he approached things, but his being tough as a leader was so much more important for our safety and our benefit and our prosperity than it was having somebody that's kind of wishy-washy, right?
I can't feel more strongly about that, and it gives me goosebumps even thinking about it, David, because, look, we have a generation or two of people that believe you need to be friends with your leader. Leaders can't be friends with really anybody. They need to be able to lead. They need to be respected. They don't need to be friends. And the problem with Joe Biden, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I've never met him. Who knows? But he's trying to be a friend to everybody, and then he can can't be friends with anybody when that's the case. If you're a leader, there's consequences. You take action. And I'd say this: the best thing about a great leader is you know where they stand without even asking them the question.
Right.
Could you say that about Joe Biden?
Nobody knows where he stands. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So
I mean, he stood in one place before he was elected. He stands in a very different place right now. You look at the CDC and their decisions. I mean, I take your point, and I think it's well made. Scott Shellady, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
All right. See ya.